Hello and welcome to your video coaching session. In this session, we're going to focus on importing and inserting custom fields. This is a technique that will save you a tremendous amount of time. Specifically, if you're using a template that you've already set up with specific information that you know you'll want to use in your projects. So let's get started. Importing and inserting custom fields. So let's take a look at how you import a custom field in Microsoft Project. In our previous lesson, we spoke about how to create a custom field, and once you've created them, let's say you have a template and you want to be able to use that in other project schedules, you can do so by importing it. So let's take a look inside Microsoft Project here. So actually I have a couple of project schedules open. This one we know, as we saw in the previous lesson, has a custom field because that's how we're seeing the status calculated. And let's say I have another project schedule here and I'm going to select this one, waiting for it to open. Let's say we want to import a custom field. So what you would do is you would go to the Tools menu item, select Customize, and then select Fields. And on the dialog box that pops up, notice over here on the right hand side is an Import Fields button. And when you click on this, another dialog box opens up. And basically what you'll see here in the project drop-down list box are the project schedules that you currently have open. So right now, you'll always have the global MPT, but I have this schedule and these other schedules open right now. And you basically select the schedule that you want to work with that you're going to import from. So I will import from the actual versus plan formula. That's the schedule that had the stoplight status in it. It's my template and I want to be able to import the field from there. In the field type area, you're going to select whether you're importing a task field or a resource field. In our case, this will be a task field. And you'll also select the name of the field that you're importing from the field list. And we're going to be importing a numeric field, and it's this one actually. So I'm selecting that. And then when you're done, you click on OK. Now if I scroll down, actually I'm sorry, I have to select the numeric type, and then I can see the imported custom field as number 1 in my numeric types list. And then from here I just click on OK. And now that I've imported that, if I want to use it, I'll go ahead and I'll select an area on my schedule, right click and select Insert Column. And so we select number 1, that's the field that we imported, and then click on OK. And this is that field with all the data and calculations that were created. You can actually double check that by clicking on it and going to Custom Fields and looking at the formula or the graphical indicators to see what you've imported. Okay. So now let's look at another way to customize a field. You can insert a column and customize the field, as well as insert an existing customized field. So let's take a look at how we do that in Project. So in this example, we imported a existing custom field. You can also simply just select a column and right click, select insert a column, and it'll insert, let's say we select number 2 and we give it a title, call it, I don't know, baseline status, and then click on OK. It puts that column before the column we had selected, and then you can go ahead and right click on that and select custom fields, and for column number 2, which is what we selected, we can rename this, call it baseline status or whatever your name shall be. Click on OK, and then assign a formula or lookup to it, and type in the details for that formula here. And then you would assign the graphical indicators for that formula. And when you're done, you could actually have a status column that shows your current project task activities, as well as what the baseline were in a custom field. Again, you can be creative and show whatever you would like, but creating a custom field allows you that flexibility. So again, inserting a custom field is pretty straightforward. You literally select a menu column, and the custom field will appear in front of that menu that you've selected. I mean, the title column that you selected. When you right click, select custom fields, click insert first to insert a column, and select the type of field that you're going to be inserting. Give it a name. Let's call this one actual costs. And another detail, you can choose the position of the data in the field if you want it left justified, centered, or right justified. I prefer centered if I'm using graphical indicators. And you can also choose how you want to align the data, to the right, to the left. I like center for graphical indicators. You can choose the width as well as whether or not you want the header text to be wrapped or not. I usually leave wrapped on because I think that works best. And then you click on OK. So there you have it. You can also rename a field in your project schedule. You'll need to make note of the current name of the field that you'll be renaming. So let's just say we're going to rename this one actual costs. Then right click the column header for the field that you're planning to rename, which we're going to do, which is going to be this one. And first you're going to hide the column. We need to hide it so that we can rename it, and then we'll show it again. So the column disappears when we hide it, but the data for that column is still in the Microsoft Project Schedule database, so it's safely stored there. You didn't lose the data. Then what you do is you click the column header for the column that you want to appear to the right of the field you're renaming. So let's just select duration, and then click on the insert menu, which you'll find up here. You can select column and then scroll to the column and look for the field that we had renamed previously. It was actually a number field, so let's go down to the ends, and it was this one. We called it actual cost. And you can type in a new name for that right here in the title box. This is the title box. You can type a new name. And then go ahead and click on OK. And that's how you rename a custom field. So let's go back to our PowerPoint. And what I'd like you to do is go ahead and import a custom field from another project schedule. First, you'll need to create a custom field and then import it. So you need two project schedules open, one that has a custom field in it, and one that you're importing a custom field into. Then insert a column and customize the field. Try that approach. Simply go into your project schedule, insert a column, and customize the field. You can use one of the formulas from our previous lesson or create your own. And then last here, what I'd like you to do is go ahead and insert a custom field. So there you have it. Now, what I want you to do is read the homework below and look at the additional information that I've attached in the homework to help you complete your homework. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at any time. I'll see you in our next session.